Yeah, I'm a huge fanboy of social media, and the main reason is a lot of people get confused that social media is about technology. And the thing that really excites me is it's really about people. And when you think about Socialnomics, it's word of mouth on digital steroids, or also world of mouth. And what that means now, we're just at the beginning of this, is in the future everything will be rated, whether it's a product, service, and even people, if you can think about that so much in the distant future in terms of jobs. Everything will be rated, and that makes life so much easier for all of us if someone's already done the work. So if you want to go to a hotel, and I can see that, oh, 10 of my friends have gone to that hotel and they like that hotel, then I don't have to do that 3 hours of research. So there's a lot of powerful things that we see out there. We've already seen revolutions that happen in the Middle East where kids are being named Facebook and Twitter, and so that's the other component of it, that it really equals the playing field across the board.
And your videos are kind of famous for providing the numbers and the stats behind it. Are you a big ROI guy with social media?
Yeah, I mean, I like to dig into the return on investment because you can grab that more than anything we've done before in terms of marketing. But if you focus and myopically just only focus on that ROI, that immediate return on investment, you're missing 90% of the other story. And that's really building these long-term relationships out there, which are difficult to track. And so definitely you can do that paid side and do that hard ROI, but long term it's really about how do you change the culture of your company, how do you listen to the customer. As Malcolm Gladwell here today talked about, the customers demanding partnerships from companies, and that's what really social media enables, is us to have that close relationship with consumers, and also for consumers to have that relationship with companies.
And we're here at the Forward with Ford conference looking ahead at the trends. Where do you see social media going as we go forward?
Yeah, the next step you can start to see is really on the geolocation piece, and not just talking about the little Foursquare activity, but really thinking about what can it do for me to better my life, to make life easier. So if I go to Starbucks every day and there's a line at Starbucks, there's an app that you can use, so you're turning that corner and it automatically places my order at that Starbucks, so when I show up 10 minutes from now, my coffee is out there and also ready. Also, as I mentioned, everything in time will be rated, and so that's a beautiful thing for all of us, and that's where that next step's going. Also keep an eye out for education. If you were in a time capsule and landed here, so you're in a time capsule from 200 years ago and landed here today, the one thing that would look the same is education. You'd have a person at the front of the room talking and teaching and lecturing. That whole world's going to change. You can look at stuff like khanacademy.org, to where now I can learn from the greatest minds out there. No matter if I'm in Wichita, Kansas, or if I'm in Manhattan, New York, we'll all have a level playing field, or in Nairobi, we can all get access to that education. So that's the biggest thing in my mind that we're going to see shift, is how education is taught, not only in the United States, but also globally.
Do you think social media can have an impact on the financing crises going on right now with education?
Yeah, I mean, it could have a huge impact. If you think about the financial piece, is that if all of a sudden everyone's learning, let's say Khan Academy, you go to a YouTube video, and then you kind of still have that teaching opportunity in the classroom, but it makes it scale much better if everyone can use the same tools and be out there and access that. So it's really interesting to look at. It's funny because this week we came out with some statistics that show that students that use social media in college actually have better grades. They're using it for school to collaborate and connect with other students.
And you have a new book coming out. What's it about?
Yeah, the new book that's coming out, I can't really fully disclose exactly what it is because of the publisher negotiations, but it's along the lines of what can you do as a digital leader. So things have changed where a lot of the components of leadership are the same, but now we have the digital world where everything's full, real time. We saw, like with Wiener, the congressman recently, you can't write this stuff, it's better than fiction. As this stuff comes out there, it's like, how do you become a digital leader in this space when the paradigm's shifted? Because what happens in Vegas now stays on YouTube, now stays on Facebook. And so how do you live in that world? And not only live in it, but how do you lead in that world?